Be honest with yourself. Have you ever looked in the mirror and wondered when you became a servant to a woman who doesn't even like you? Did you ever wonder why you are the one losing sleep, losing weight, and losing your mind trying to fix a relationship that she broke with her own hands? You're out here chasing a woman who is already checked out, a woman who has shared her body and her secrets with another man, and yet you're the one feeling guilty. You're the one sending the "can we talk" texts at 3 a.m. while she's sleeping soundly, probably dreaming about the guy she cheated with. It's a sickness, brothers. You've been tricked into believing that she is the prize and you are the lucky winner who has to work every day to keep her. But look at the facts. You are the one with the job, the stability, the future, and the loyalty. She is the one with the lies, the betrayal, and the wandering eyes. You were chasing a ghost while the real prize is standing right in your shoes. Today we are going to flip the world right side up. I'm going to show you why chasing a cheating woman is like begging for a seat on a sinking ship, and how to realize that you are the ocean, not the boat. If you don't stop this chase today, you will spend the rest of your life as a second-class citizen in your own home. The most painful truth you'll ever learn is that while you were chasing her to come back home, she was busy complaining to her lover that you wouldn't leave her alone. You are currently auditioning for a role in a movie where she has already cast you as the villain. Men, this channel is more than content. It's a brotherhood that exists for those who refuse to be controlled, distracted, or broken. My ex told me men today are too weak, too distracted, and too controlled to ever unite. I didn't argue. I decided to prove her wrong. Every man who subscribes is proof that discipline, self-respect, and strength still exist. If you stand for truth, self-control, and knowing your value as a real man, if you're here to sharpen your mindset and live with standards, subscribe and stay, like this video, and make your presence known in the comments. Let's see who's serious and is ready to prove doubters wrong, because after this video, you'll be reborn as a new man who has discovered himself and is ready to take back his manhood. Make sure to subscribe and stay ahead, because we are just getting started. We have to talk about the chaser's delusion. You've been programmed by every movie, every song, and every relationship expert to think that if a woman leaves or cheats, it's because you didn't love her enough. They tell you to fight for her, to win her back, to show her you've changed. But let's use our brains for a second. Why are you fighting for a woman who didn't fight for you? Why are you trying to win back a person who treated your heart like a piece of trash? You are the victim of a massive psychological scam that makes the man feel responsible for the woman's sins. When a woman cheats, she is making a choice. She isn't confused, she isn't lost. She is choosing another man's attention over your protection. And yet many of you react by chasing. You buy flowers for a woman who just came back from another man's house. You offer her a vacation to reconnect after she just disconnected your dignity. You are rewarding her for destroying you. This tells her one thing: no matter how bad I treat him, he will always be there, begging for my crumbs. It kills any shred of respect she had left for you. You can't chase a woman into respecting you. You can only chase her into disgusted silence. I want you to listen to the story of a man named Mark. Mark was a good man, a teacher, a guy who lived for his wife, Chloe. When Mark found out Chloe was having an affair with a guy from her office, Mark went into full simp mode. He didn't get angry, he got understanding. He asked her what he did wrong. He started doing all the chores, buying her jewelry, and writing her letters about how much he loved her. He spent 6 months chasing a woman who was living in his house, but texting her lover under the dinner table. Mark was the loser in this story because he stayed in the chase. Chloe saw his kindness as weakness. She told her lover, "Mark is so pathetic, he'll never leave me no matter what I do." She stayed for the house and the bills, but she gave Mark nothing but coldness and attitude. Mark lost his hair, he lost his confidence, and eventually he lost his job because he couldn't focus. He was chasing a prize that was actually a curse. He failed because he didn't realize that the moment she cheated, the prize was gone. He was chasing a shadow while his own life was burning down. He spent his life savings trying to save a woman who didn't want to be saved. She wanted to be served.
You are the victim of a woman who knows your heart is bigger than your ego. She uses your good man identity to keep you on a leash. She knows that as long as you are chasing her, she doesn't have to face what she's done. She is the one who should be on her knees begging for your forgiveness, but because you started chasing, you've put her on a pedestal. You've made her the judge and yourself the criminal. Why are you asking a cheater for permission to be happy? Why are you waiting for her to choose you? You have to realize the supply and demand of the dating world. A loyal, hardworking, stable man is a rare resource. A woman who cheats is a common commodity. The streets are full of them. You are the diamond and she is the cracked glass. But because you are chasing her, you are telling the world that the glass is more valuable than the diamond. You are devaluing yourself every time you check her social media, every time you ask her where are we at, and every time you try to prove your worth to a person who has zero worth herself. The truth is, she never deserved you. She was a placeholder that you mistook for a partner. She was a person who enjoyed the benefits of your life but couldn't handle the responsibility of your love. When you chase her, you are trying to force a high-value life onto a low-value soul. It's like putting a Ferrari engine in a lawnmower. It's just going to break the machine. You have to let her go back to the lawnmowers. You have to stop trying to make her understand your value. If she didn't see it after everything you did, she will never see it. Putting an end to the chase starts with the internal pivot. You have to stop looking at her as the person who holds your happiness. She is just a person who failed a test. That's it. You don't get mad at a car that won't start. You just get a new car. You don't chase a bus that's going the wrong direction. You wait for the right one. The moment you stop the chase, you reclaim your energy. That energy can be used to build your business, to hit the gym, to learn a new skill, or to find a woman who actually has the capacity to be loyal. Many of you are afraid that if you stop chasing, she will move on and be happy with the other guy. Let me tell you the red pill reality. Cheaters don't find happiness, they find new victims. The guy she's with now is just the next man who is going to get lied to. Their relationship is built on the bones of your betrayal. It has no foundation. It will rot. But that's not your problem anymore. Your problem is that you are currently a victim by choice. You are staying in the cage even though the door is wide open. You are the prize. You are the one who brings the stability, the income, the protection, and the legacy. Without you, she is just another girl in the dating pool with baggage and a history of betrayal. You have to start acting like the man who is being pursued, not the man who is doing the pursuing. A king does not chase a peasant who stole from his treasury. He banishes her and finds a queen who knows how to protect the crown.
Brothers, we are stepping into the iron zone. We have already exposed the chaser's delusion. We've seen how Gary and men like him destroyed their own souls trying to win back a woman who was already laughing at them in another man's bed. But now, it's time to talk about the mechanical rebirth. You see, the only way to stop chasing is to realize that you are not losing a prize, you are losing a liability. You are currently grieving for a woman who never actually existed. The woman you loved was a mask. The woman who cheated is the reality. To be a winner, you have to stop trying to resurrect a ghost and start building a monument to the man you are becoming. When you stop the chase, you perform a frame shift that shakes her entire world. An entitled, cheating woman survives on the ego boost she gets from watching you suffer. Every time you call, every time you beg, every time you ask why, you are giving her the validation she needs to feel like she was too good for you anyway. By going cold, by becoming a ghost, and by focusing entirely on your own empire, you take that validation away. You leave her in a room with nothing but her own guilt and the new guy who probably can't even pay his own phone bill. You are the victim of a mental hijacking, and today is the day you take the controls back. Men, this channel is more than content. It's a brotherhood that exists for those who refuse to be controlled, distracted, or broken. My ex told me men today are too weak, too distracted, and too controlled to ever unite. I didn't argue. I decided to prove her wrong. Every man who subscribes is proof that discipline, self-respect, and strength still exist.
If you stand for truth, self-control, and knowing your value as a real man, if you're here to sharpen your mindset and live with standards, subscribe and stay. Like this video and make your presence known in the comments. Let's see who's serious and is ready to prove doubters wrong, because after this video, you'll be reborn as a new man who has discovered himself and is ready to take back his manhood. Make sure to subscribe and stay ahead, because we're just getting started. Let's look at the path of a man who mastered the cold ascension. We'll call him David. David was a high-level engineer who spent 15 years building a dream life for his wife Monica. He bought the big house, the European vacations, and the luxury SUV. When David found out Monica was having an affair with a fitness influencer she met online, David felt the urge to chase. He wanted to offer her more money, more time, more understanding. But David had a moment of truth. He realized he was a man of high value being treated like a second-class option. David was the winner in the story because he went absolute zero. He didn't send a single text. He didn't ask her to stay. He simply had his lawyers serve her papers at her lover's house. While she was waiting for David to call and beg, David was in the gym, doubling his investments and reconnecting with his brothers. He stopped checking her social media. He became a stranger. When Monica's influencer realized he had to actually pay for her lifestyle, he dumped her. Monica came back to David's house expecting to find him crying on the porch. Instead, he found a man who looked 10 years younger, who had moved on and who didn't even let her pass the front gate. David won because he realized that his peace was the real prize. He didn't chase a cheater, he chased his own potential. Today, David is with a woman who treats his word like law because she knows he is a man who is 100% willing to walk away from disrespect. You have to understand the scarcity of the masculine. In a world of simps and nice guys who will tolerate anything for a scrap of attention, a man with a kill switch is the most dangerous and attractive thing on earth. When you stop chasing, you are signaling to the universe that your time and your energy are expensive. You are telling that woman you had a subscription to greatness and you let it expire. There are no refunds.
You are the victim of a love addiction. Your brain is hooked on the dopamine of her approval, but she is a poisoned source. Chasing her is like drinking salt water to quench your thirst. It only makes you more desperate and closer to death. You have to go through the withdrawal. You have to feel the pain, hit the weights, and let the fire of her betrayal burn away the weak parts of your character. Why do you think she's the prize? Because society has told you that a woman's beauty is more valuable than a man's character. This is a lie designed to keep you a slave. Beauty is a common asset. You can find beauty on every street corner in every city. But a man who can provide, protect, lead, and stay loyal, that is a rare asset. You are the one who brings the real-world value to the table. She just brings the decorations. You don't chase the decorations when the house is on fire. You save yourself and build a bigger house. The winner's rebirth happens the moment you realize that your life is better without a liar in it. It sounds simple, but many men are terrified of the silence. They would rather have a loud betrayal than a quiet peace. But in that silence is where your power grows. In that silence, you find your focus. You realize that you were spending 80% of your mental energy trying to keep her happy, while she was spending 100% of her energy making herself happy. Think of what you can accomplish when you take that 80% back and invest it in yourself. Rebuild your life with iron boundaries. This means you never again allow a woman to be the center of your world. You are the sun. She is a planet that orbits you. If she goes out of orbit, she freezes in the dark. That is the natural order. When you chase, you are trying to orbit her, and that is why your life feels like it's crashing. You are out of alignment. Take your resources back. Take your heart back. Take your name back. If she wants to be for the streets, let the streets have her. The streets don't pay the bills. The streets don't provide health insurance. The streets don't offer a legacy. She will realize this eventually, but by then, you should be so far ahead that you don't even recognize her voice when she calls. This channel is for men who are done blaming themselves for other people's choices. If that's you,
Don't leave as a spectator. Subscribe and stay ahead because we're just getting started. Support the message, speak in the comments, and stand with the men who choose clarity over confusion. You are being reprogrammed for success. The chaser is dead. The sovereign man has taken his place. You are no longer looking for a woman to complete you. You are looking for a woman who is worthy of joining you. And if she isn't worthy, you are perfectly fine standing alone. Because a king is still a king even without a queen. But a queen without a king is just a commoner. So here's the smart question for the Brotherhood today. If you could see the true self of the woman who cheated, without the filters, without the lies, and without the fake smiles, would you still be chasing her, or would you be running in the opposite direction? I want to hear from the brothers in the comments who have successfully stopped the chase. How did your life change once you stopped checking her last scene? How did it feel when you realized you were finally the prize? Share your victory below. Your story is the oxygen for the brother who is currently suffocating under the weight of an obsession with a woman who never deserved his shadow. Let's get the engagement up. Let's show the algorithm that the simp era is over and the sovereign era has begun. I'll see you in the next one. Stay vigilant, stay cold, stay in your power.